Hello folks, let's talk about the charger. The charger is a non-intelligent device. It can only drain the battery and it can fill the battery. No intelligence, no resetting function, no nothing. It's just a simple charger. We need to know a little bit about the battery. The battery is a Li cell that has the possibility of having 100%, of course, and there is a small circuit at the top with a small battery on the circuit board. This circuit board is the controller of the charging and the controller of the 100%. This means that if you put the battery in the charger and it's completely black and you see only the green light for the power and nothing happens, then you know that the battery is completely drained. You need then to leave the battery in the charger so it can leak some power up to the circuit board and the small battery at the top. And once it starts, it will start charging and you're back on the track to use the battery as normal. There is no dead batteries, there is no nothing. Just leave them in the charger. It's best to keep them in the charger because it will always charge them and keep them alive. Once you put them in the charger, when you come home from a dive, you should always push the learn cycle button. We will talk more about that. But the power here is that you have normal power from the wall, or you can buy one of these for the car, where you can charge the battery in the car between the dives if you want to. There is one green light for the power, there is one light for the learn cycle, and there is one light for charging. So if we put a battery with learn cycle in, we can see that if you have dove with the machine for 90 days, you drain the battery full, or you have charged the battery 20 times, it will force you to do a learn cycle. And this means that this battery is charging, but we can go to a battery with learn cycle and we can see what happens here. We just can reset the charger. When we pull out the battery, it takes 10-15 seconds before it starts resetting. And this one is also charging. So let's say that we come here now and we push the learn cycle button like this. Now we are forcing the system to drain the battery, fill the battery, and reset the circuit board for 100%. And this will take up to 8 hours, so it cannot be interrupted, and you cannot do this in the morning if you're going to dive the same day. And then when it's fully charged, you will have three green lights, because when you did the learn cycle, you have 1, 2, 3 green lights when it's fully loaded. If we want to see what it looks like when it's charging normally, we can reset the charger like this. I put the battery in like this, and then you have this lamp that is blinking green and red. It's blinking little green, long time red. This means that it's a little bit charged. If there is a long green blink and a short red, you have more charge in the battery. And finally, you will have a complete solid green light. That means that it's fully charged. And that looks like this. So I just reset them. If I pull out the battery and put another battery in, I can wait 10 seconds, 15 seconds, or I can pull the cord. If I do this, we will now see 2 green lights, which means that it's fully charged. So this is fully charged battery. If we are on a liveaboard, if we are using this for the car, you cannot leave the battery in if the power goes away. Because if the power goes away, it will drain the battery. This is just pure physics. It's nothing. If you're on a liveaboard and they turn off the generator, or you're in the car and you turn off the ignition, you will drain the battery. So keep that in mind. But if you are at the dive site and you are using this in a car, you get power here. You will get, for 1 minute in the charger, you will get 10 minutes of diving. This means that if you put it 30 minutes, go for a coffee, go for a lunch, between the dives, you can charge the battery easily. 30 minutes in the charger will give you 5 hours of diving. So have the power in, and always press the learn cycle button, because it's recommended. And yeah, that's it. And then some extra tips for the instructors. You are in the morning in the dive shop. You have 2 machines that is going out for a course. You have 1 battery that is in charging, normal charging, and then you have 1 battery with learn cycle. You push now in the battery because you don't know the status of this, and you push it in and it starts draining the battery. Then there is a tip or a trick that you can do as an instructor, or if you have multiple machines. You take this out, you reset the charger, you push in a battery that has a normal charging cycle. We see this by the blinking red and green here. We pull this now out, and then we have 10 seconds before it resets, and before 10 seconds we push this one in. And now you can see that it's actually charging. So now we fooled the system to push in power into this battery, and we will get it full. Then we can do the learn cycle tonight, after the course, after the trip, or after the dive at least. So this is a quick tip for the instructors and for the guys out there on the dive trips and the dive boats, that you can force in some power and get some more power into it. So if you leave it now here for 30 minutes, you will have 5 hours of diving, and then you can do a learn cycle tonight. Okay, that's it for me, and see you later.